And greetings and salutations. Just waiting for some of my subscribers, followers, whatever people are on Google Plus all is about. And well, begin asking questions. Hey, welcome to our very first Google Hangout. Not many people yet. So, anyways, can you hear me? Oh, inside. Hi. Can you hear me?
Alright, do I have audio?
Yes.
Okay, if it's, uh, I don't know if you can, like
I
when
can
you're
hear.
watching them, with that,
What?
hmm.
Okay, what did I do? What happened? Yes. Okay. Well, welcome to our first Google Hangout. You're the first one to come so far. Yes, I tried to, but this is my very first one, so idiot of the year. Anyways, tell me about yourself, and feel free to ask any questions you want. I believe so. I think you left a comment on one of my videos. And I wonder why. I totally agree. I don't think I've watched Lore Master's video, but I'll have to do so. Okay. I yeah, I'd love to see it. Anyways, you call yourself Yesha Ben Yosel? Is that, out of curious, why did you call yourself that? Oh, cool. Yeah. I decided to call myself Pandora the Eclectic, and as you've noticed, I changed the name, or at least not changed it. It's still the same name I've had before, but I had to change that particular. I got tired of people pointing out the misspelling, and I already knew that was misspelled. I mean, when I made the name, actually, I don't know what I was thinking. Anyways, hmm. How do I change the name? Am on my profile? Is that the question? Oh, well, let's just put it this way. YouTube, well, not YouTube, Google has a really stupid premise to it. Because I think you can only do it maybe, what, 3 years? Phone. You can only do it every 3 years. But basically, you just go to your profile, or I guess you can click on your name on YouTube. I think there's like this place there or something. Amen to that, brother. But you have to go and I think it's like this advanced area, and you click your name. Yeah, it's when you go to your account, and you go in, you put your name, or you change your name on your Google profile, and it takes you to your Google profile. I swear, it's but I had to change the name because when I did it, I didn't quite like what I went with because, like I said, it's misspelled. Yeah, I trust me, I'm neither dyslexic or not, but I hope you don't mind if I cuss. But god damn, motherfucker, I don't even know. But yeah. Oh, it went from ELCETIC, I think, or was it? Oh god, I'm just. I think it was ECLETIC. The point was it was supposed to be spelled Pandora the Eclectic, which is, I think it's a movement that was a long, long time ago. Oh, but I can't. Oh no, Pandora is spelled the right way. Okay. It's the eclectic part that was spelled wrong. And I really hate the fact that I misspelled it. Roommate. Anyways, please. Do you have any favorite hobbies? Oh, did you enjoy it? Going on my SoundCloud. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed that. I love reading poetry and all that stuff, and I take requests at any time. You can also download it. I really would appreciate people giving me donations. Whatever you can afford at that moment is just fine. Like I said, it's okay. I think I heard your microphone. Are you laughing? Hmm. Awesome. Well, before you started doing the whole trolling POA thing, what else were you doing before then? Meaning, like, what hobbies did you do? Like, did you enjoy reading? Uh, I used to be, well, listen, not before I started trolling. I've been just calling out. But I like to write. I like to write fan fiction. I used to have a link on my channel, but I removed it because I don't know. But yeah. Ah, Achtelina, you like German? I like some German too. I'm trying to learn that on top of my Spanish. Oh, thank you. Oh, yep, I took Spanish. 11 years. Yes, and it was at a Catholic school for that matter. So I had to quit because of I had to quit because when I got up to like conversational Spanish. Basically, the minute you walk in, oh yeah, I know. But yeah, when I started having to learn conversational Spanish, basically the minute you walk into the classroom, you have to start speaking as uh, hable español the minute you walk in. And I knew in the back of my head that wasn't going to work. I think uh, I think the educational system overall is really flawed, even in the private school sector as well. But such is life. But I partially, I never really knew why it was. It just is. Because I just part of it, I think, is either, and I don't like pointing fingers at religion because technically, didn't we do like the anti-disestablishmentarianism? Well, maybe that's what that is. Sorry, idiot. But yeah, no, it was anti-disestablishmentarianism. This is true, and a lot of times I don't think they account for the fact that human beings learn totally different ways. And, well, I tend to love audio as opposed to visual and all the other stuff, or I'm an auto one because I tend to remember things through repetition, so, and music, whether we like it or not, and this is not an insult in itself, is you learn through hearing repetition of words and sounds and stuff like that. That too. Or just a certain sound put to that, but anyways. Anyways, I don't take this personally, but are you Christian? Or did you say Jewish? I'll be honest and say no. I am not from Louisiana, but I can do a pretty good. I think I got a part from, what was that? Oh, Gone with the Wind down pretty well. Oh, Red! Oh, Charlotte! I don't know nothing about birthing no babies. Yeah. Yeah, this is great. Thank you. My mother had me watch that all the time. It's one of my favorite. It's a good film, but I have to admit, I don't know. Anyways, speaking of that, what do you think of the feminist movement? I think that's pretty much everyone. Agreed. So, you said you were neither Jewish or Christian. So, if you are, what religion are you? I don't want to be, like I said, don't take it personally. You don't have to be any. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Uh, I don't know if you watched any of my other videos, but okay, that's cool. I I'm still a Christian, but I'll be honest, I don't go to church or anything. I think as much as I've read in my Bible, I think that's one thing I liked about watching. Oh, very cool. Thank you. But yeah, I think I mentioned that I was Christian, and basically I'm only this way because I don't have as much knowledge as I should, I think, of other religions, and I want to learn more because I don't think it's right for us all to continue to live in ignorance of other religions just for the sake of living in ignorance of others' religions. Because I have actually talked with people who are, completely completely ignorant of other religions. I mean, on the bus once, I had talked to a woman who said Satanism was a false religion, which, from what I've been learning, is no, it is a legit religion. However, I think there's just too much of, you have cults here, which may have a very small following, while religion totally, it's everybody's following it, blah blah whatever. But I think it's stupid. So I think it doesn't matter. It's when they continue to have cult-like behavior that drives me up the wall. I do not know. Thank you for telling me that. Um, but I think if I had to choose a religion at all, besides the current one I have, I might have gone and been Buddhist, or just kind of leave it all together. I think, but oh yeah, I've heard of Leviathans. I decided to take it upon myself to do a little research into it. Mostly it's just Wikipedia. I think everyone should learn about it within depth, but that's all I knew of it. So, anyways, just out of curiosity, how old are you? You feel free to ask me too. Hey, you're older. Uh, 2 years older. 23. Well, first of all, the reason why I wanted to troll him, the reason why I wanted to troll him was he says pretty much the same. I think the first time was with atheism. I I think it was partially because he said atheism was a religion, which is, his lack of knowledge of something, yet he'll always say, I'm learning and stuff. I'm like, well, dude, if you're learning, why don't you go out and actually research and learn? That is something I cannot stand, is that he will not go out and try to get to know these people. And then doing that, I love being a Christian and everything, but I hate people who repeat the same mistakes over and over and say they're learning. I find it to be most irksome at a very long period of time, but that's just me. This is very true. That's a good reason, too. Amen to that. And I think for the most part, and I did say some nasty things about him, which I apologize for only because of like, man, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings, and no reason to drag my name to the mud, that's for sure. But yeah, I think he's out of his mind, most definitely, most of the time. But I think I want to keep. Don't think we're stopping right now, but around 10:15, we're probably gonna stop this chat. Not because I don't want to talk to you. I do. This is true. He does like the negative attention. Yes, I'm in Central Time. You said you were Eastern in time? Cool. I think I have a friend who lives up in, like, New Jersey. Hey, I don't know if you know her, but she's a nice girl. But she's real nice. At least what I know of her, she's real nice. I invited her here, but I haven't seen her yet, so I don't know when she's coming. So, so out of curiosity, did you like the Jersey Shore or watching that show, or even though that wasn't too far away from you? I think it's the show, or the beach is fine. Yeah, I wasn't big on watching it myself. Yeah. Oh yeah, it is stupid. I like to compare it to Friends only because it's like, this kind of looks like what Chandler and Monica and all those guys would have been doing. And though I will say they were probably a lot smarter about it. Oh well. So I have to say most of, if not all, reality shows on television are bad. Yeah, this is true. Unfortunately, it had to be the Italians. That's really. I had no idea that they act that way. Interesting. Some of them anyway. Hmm, really? I had no idea. I mean, I had no idea that they would act that way at all. But interesting. So, how is it like living in New York? Huh. Uh, yeah, it kind of sucks here in the South because, you go from a place to quote Foamy, you go from a place that never sleeps to one where no one, I don't even think the person is alive more often, even though. I, I didn't know that. I always heard this. I've heard of that stereotype that they're ruder in the city, but I thought they were pretty much about the same here. I thought that was just a stereotype, but apparently. And though I have to say, in the South, we ain't too bright, so. What does this mean? Can you hear me? Are you there? Okay. Got the hey again. So, what did you have to disconnect? Yeah, you and me both, brother. Yeah. My laptop, I don't know what came first. It just crashed. And so, yeah. Alright, cool. How's it with voice recognition? Or the mic? Yeah, I was talking about the South. I would say, well, at least you guys are a lot smarter up north. Yeah. Where I live, they've decided to not have anything to do with Common Core. Which I'm like, thank you, oh, good old senator, for throwing us back to the Dark Ages, as if we need to do that. But such is life. Oh, really? Why? A lot of people say Common Core is terrible, but why is it? Well, okay, maybe the teacher was right. I wonder what was wrong with the education to begin with. Ah, interesting. Hmm, really? Yeah, let's see. Did you have any favorite classes in school, if you had any at all that interest you? Cool. Yeah, I like Spanish too. I took Latin my last year of high school because it was just a fun way of learning. So it wasn't, yeah. Though I've heard of the thing where you shouldn't learn Spanish and I think what was the other one? And Latin at the same time. Oh, cool. I think you can go to like mangolanguages.com and they teach that. And you can learn through your, I think, what was it? Public, or, well, we have the Pioneer system where we live, so that's what they do. Yeah, I think that's also including Latin and thinking all the Romance languages. Probably got also Roman in languages. Yes. Yeah, and there's a free system outside of the. I think I think it's Rose Rosetta Stone program. I knew someone who had a mother who was just insane. Yeah, no, I haven't. I've heard friends and a friend of a friend's mother mentioned that she wanted to get that. Now, mind you, this came from a woman who basically got on her son for being a bad driver. You know, he wasn't. I mean, I think what was bad, why she didn't like his driving, was she had a bad back, so it was all this. Well, imagine her having it all the time, and with her back being the way it was just enough to really make her bad. Yeah, so he was actually a pretty decent driver. He paid attention, drove perfectly fine. It was just his mother that was kind of dumb about it, I guess. Just she always complained about him being the bad driver, and he was a perfectly awesome driver. Seriously, he was. And I think he was like no more than. I think he started driving because he had to take up the driving at 15. I just it was a responsibility thing. Yeah. So I knew another guy who had a mother, and she was a little off too, but I don't know what it was. She just was. I think control freaks. This is true. This is very true. She was very much of a control freak. But, that or he doesn't learn to drive, so. Hmm. Yeah, my family has recently stopped smoking tobacco because it's just. Some people have said that there's more health problems. There have been people who have smoked it since the day they were like 16 and been just fine. I think the last tobacco smoked person died at like 80, something like that. Frankly, though, I look forward to legalization of weed because I swear, second to weed and homosexuality, goddamn, it gets really old. Oh, yeah, I believe it. The thing is, I wish the Stop Smoking campaign. This is very true. I totally agree. But I can say is, I wish it was legal because mostly it's everyone gets thrown. Yeah, we get thrown in prison, and, and for just doing that, and it's ridiculous. But who knows? Let's see. Have you heard of Nina Sarkeesian? Yeah, Anita Sarkeesian. I think I did a video about me refereeing her video. Oh, okay. Yeah. What do you think of most of her videos? Amen to that. I I think my biggest pet peeve about her is just that she won't allow any comments. It's on her videos. I mean, if I was a feminist or any of these people who try to make it where you can't make any comments on someone's video, I don't know what I'd say. Just why? And she's not a legit feminist for the most part, so. And most of feminism is a money-making scam now. I blame the 80s for that. So. I don't think I have. The Five Guys burger and fries debacle doesn't sound too good. Yeah. I've also heard of, yeah, I've heard somebody, I think Monday Matt talked about basically some other woman being a liar or something. I can't quite remember all the stuff, but yeah, I wish the feminist movement, yeah, I believe it. I believe it's quite a scandal. I just think it's ridiculous that I keep going like this. Oh, no wonder why she got positive reviews. But I do find it quite obnoxious that anyone gets away with it. Uh, well, I think if Anita Sarkeesian wanted to make her own video game, she had just done so instead of whine and moan about it. I mean, I think in the 80s, didn't they have like a feminist movement where apparently a lot of people said, girls couldn't rock and roll, so therefore, or they all just got together and said, you know what, fine, we'll make our own band, which they did, and yeah. Like, I think I can name one group, and it's called Bikini Kill. They're not too bad. But yeah, I make a lot of videos about her. I'm trying to make some reparations. Yeah, I totally agree. I think there was also another person by Anna Arcana. I don't know how you say her name, but here's how you would spell it. Can you see it? I know it's backwards, but oh, sorry. I believe she was with. I think she did something with Google, not Google, but YouTube Nation. She did a video talking about Anita Sarkeesian and issues or whatever. Uh, oh, how could we be so sexist to her and attack her with all these things? It's not our fault. She doesn't know a single goddamn thing about video games. And frankly, we don't care. Now, I'll admit the video game with her getting beaten and punched, that's nasty, but only because I think that only exists because, come on, people. What did she do? Oh, she makes YouTube videos. Again, just talking about random things too. Like, I find it interesting that feminists believe in such stupid things. Like, I rape. I raped. Seriously. So when a guy is looking at you, and I guess you have your cleavage showing or something, and they're looking at you, and somehow that equates to being raped. And yeah, and it's just according to the feminist movement. Yeah, that's right. It's just a stupid thing. I mean, it, to me, you're going to see things. I mean, if you don't, if you don't want people to focus on a certain part of your body, then yeah, I mean, the wisest thing is to wear a t-shirt with whatever you're wearing. But that's just me. And also, not every man on the planet is looking your direction either. I find that to be sexist as well, towards both. So, do you have any favorite movies? Yeah, I know. Biggest load of crop right there, isn't it? I mean, it's no, I do not watch a lot of Czech films, though. It sounds interesting, like anything with the Czech Republic, or I guess they're no longer called that. That's from Russia, I believe. Yeah. So I can't remember, but they split up in the '90s, and that's what happened. Oh, okay. They are the Czech Republic now. Okay, I didn't know. I think it had something to do with some. I've heard about that there might be a civil war up there, but I can say as I find Putin to be why, but whatever. Frankly, I think America should not be messing with them anyways, because they're never going to get along on anything. But I don't know. That's not nice. Okay, cool. I like a lot of those. I think those sound like good films, but I don't know. But Oh, I got another person. I think. Just two viewers. Oh, I must be talking about the chat. Sorry. Oh, okay. I have heard of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. And that actually sounds pretty good. I always wanted to read the book. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have to see it. It sounds really good. Let's see, what other films do I like? But most of the time I'm watching, like, really, like, I assume are for much younger viewers, but, I like a lot of Disney films, but then again, who doesn't? Except for, like, some of the new films, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of CGI, so, I mean, I'll watch a CGI film, because that's kind of what we got to go on now. Okay. I think there's newer I think there's Disney with Frozen, and they're gonna do a sequel to it, which I hope it's not as bad as like or worse than Lion King 2, because a lot of people compare the movie Frozen with this. Yeah, I kind of agree with that statement. But I kind of miss what I think up to, or at least after 1998 or something. I think that was when the last member of the family died. Eh, eh, And I think when Walt was in charge, it was like 19. He died in like 1966. Oh yeah, I love the Black Cauldron. That is awesome. Uh, I think you would have that on VHS actually. I think yeah, it's not a very well. It's one of those underrated films. I mean, it's good for what they're doing. I love it. I mean, there's like a princess in it, but you know, she's not the main character or anything. Yeah, they didn't do the Oracle Pig. Yeah, a lot of people tend to strive away from any fantasy films because of demonic forces just pop on our screen and bewitch the little children. Yeah, sure it does. Mm-hmm. And then you wonder why most people, you know, say that person's crazy. Oh no, we don't always say that, but I was kidding around. But a lot of Christians tend to act like anything dealing with fantasy or magic or whatever. I mean, they used to say, I think they said, I think J.K. Rowling was a Satanist. I talked to people about that, and I'm like, and if she is, you are aware of the fact that Harry's fighting an evil force. He kills Voldemort every single book. He doesn't agree with Voldemort at all. So, yeah, it says so in the Bible. Though I have a hard time wondering how people watch shows like, or certain shows like, remember, was it Long Island Medium? I don't know how that's still popular to this day. But yeah, I know it's not. I think if they were going to show us real sorcerer or magic, and I mean the one with a K, not the one with the C, because I think there is like that sector. They're, I don't know what you call them, but that's what they're known as. Huh. Is it a book or is it? I have to keep that in mind. In fact, I probably will write that down. So I'm right here and I see it. Okay, I, I'm not a huge fan of westerns, but I'll give it a try. The reason why I say that is, I live in the South, so I kind of get the idea. Oh, by the way, have you seen the movie Blazing Saddles? What did you like about it? Yeah, Blazing Saddles. I think it's a film involving. I'm trying to remember who was in the film. I can't quite remember. Yeah, Billy Wilder. Yes, and one of his more earlier films, I think. Yeah, I can't remember it either. Some have said he was a porn star, which I kind of believe he might have been. So it's kind of makes that whole part of the film where he's, whipping out something. Oh, God, that's so wrong. But I can't quite remember if that was the case or not. But I think I like a lot of films before, or 19, 1960. I like a lot of the 1950s films, and this is not a film that's supposed to be in the 50s, but it was set in the 50s. Yeah, New Hollywood is not quite as good, but as life is. New Hollywood. Okay, cool. Let's see. Do you know, speaking of films, I don't know if you've heard of Channel Awesome, but they do a lot of that. Oh, okay. No. New Hollywood was during the 60s and 70s. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I was definitely more into like 40s and 50s films. I don't know what it was. Music as well, but 80s and 90s were my favorite decades for, medium like that. A lot of films nowadays are fun to watch, but I don't know what it is, but it just isn't as good. I don't know. Maybe because it's advanced more, or it shows it is maybe fine giving us what we wanted, and I don't know. God damn, motherfucker, I don't know where to begin. But yeah. Speaking of the 1920s, have you seen the new version of The Great Gatsby? Yeah, that was a pretty good version of it. I did not like the book, mostly because, yeah, that's very good. Yeah, the book was not my favorite. I just give you a warning. I did not like that book, but I enjoyed. I think it was F. Fitzgerald. Well, the reason why I would say is, for me, I was just saying that because you brought 1920s and 30s, and the book, The Great Gatsby, was written back then, and I think that's when they finally published it or something. I don't know. Publishing is such a weird concept. You could publish it from that. It's not my favorite book because it was just The Great Gatsby to me was a terrible book because it was just okay. So she cheats. She cheats on her husband, and that's wrong. And he cheats on, well, I mean, he cheats on her too, so they're both horrible people. They both deserve whatever they get, in my opinion. Um, what to think? Yeah, Gatsby was the best guy in the book, next to Nick. Nick was cool. So, but I won't tell you too much about the film because I don't want to spoil it for you too much. Yeah, it was as much as faithful as it was going to get to the book, I think. And I think, but I wasn't a big fan of. Like I told you, I wasn't a big fan of the book or the film because it was just. I mean, the film was fine, but the book was not my favorite. So, yeah, I love doing reviews of films, books, whatever may have you. So, let's see. Anyways, I think we're talking about favorite movies. Uh, if you had to pick any film, what was your most favorite film? Huh, Valery's Week of Wonders, I guess. Okay. Mine, well, that's an extravagant long list. And a lot of them are more modern, but, you know, that's what I got, so. I have to say, any of the Harry Potter series, yeah, doesn't matter. Uh, I think The Tenth Kingdom was a pretty good movie series. I enjoy almost everything, anything from Walt Disney. But I will say their live action films were not my favorite. Because it's like, okay. I think they got a little bit better with that. Yeah, especially, I like the first one, but that one was definitely more bookish and looked like, well, what the standard book adaptation was of the day. So, and I have to say, did how did you feel about the last movie? Sorry. Oh, what did I think of that? Frankly, I like pretty much every single Harry Potter movie up to the last one, mostly because even though I know they had to wait for a specific time for him to, die or I guess he would have lived on. I kind of feel like, should they have just, you know, I understand it's not just his blood, but his soul too. It's kind of like, this guy, that was a lot of work for very little payoff, in my opinion. But, but uh, but that happens. So I don't know. Maybe I've gotten older, and with every successive Harry Potter film, either because I read all the books, but I forget a whole lot of the stuff that was in it. I love the poems because that was like the best part of those films. It's the poetry. I love all the other little symbolicness of, well, you know how we have, uh, this is true, he had to die because of the Horcrux. I think it had something to do with he had to die at a certain time. Okay? So, yeah, he couldn't just die at, you know, whenever he was supposed to. And technically, he didn't even die. So, after all of that work up to eventually die, and I already knew he was going to die because, well, I don't know. I think when I got to like the fourth book was when I knew he was gonna die. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't quite. The only symbolism I can think of is, of course, a lot of people like to say J.K. Rowling is supposed to be a Satanist. I hate saying this. She has a private language again, but I have to say this, just like this. But god damn, motherfucker, she has tons of what would actually be considered very religious symbolicness into it. So I don't know. Oh, it's like way too much of that. And I think people kind of forget King Arthur was supposed to be. I don't know. I can't remember if he was. I don't think it really matters what religion he was. He just wasn't. Yeah, I don't know if he was Christian or not. Not that it's important whether he is or isn't. So, but we knew it had to be him to pull the sword out of the stone. Just like, yeah, yeah, I know tons of, and not even morality, just tons of symbolicness that would have been to that. But then that's kind of like every single chosen person film that you can name, and from King Arthur to King Arthur is the one that stands out the most to me, but only use the disarm spell when people are shooting insta kills with LOL. Amen to that. Very passive. Or at least that's what we're supposed to think of most of Christianity. To me, it's like, yeah, we're going to be real passive until, well, we decide to, I don't know, so you say something we don't like, then thou art evil, die. But I like a lot of Irish lore. Another was, I think there's tons of chosen or Jesus characters as are known as. Big one would have been like, some people like to say Separate Peace was a Jesus as film. Separate Peace, Finney was a religious character. Well, not a religious character. Jesus character, because I guess he was such an innocent person that he had to die. But Okay. And I think it was either the second film or the, I don't remember, because it was the, oh, that's a separate piece. Yes. I think it's, yeah, I think it was supposed to, there was some plaque over a certain doorway in the school and it says, where men, where boys become men, and basically Finney was never going to become a man. That was kind of the symbolicness of it. It's like, oh, yeah, because he died. I think, yeah, that's right. He pushes him down the stairs. Yeah, that's where like, some friend that guy was. So, yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, I love Japanese anime. My favorite is Pokemon, and it's followed by, oh my god, and I know the name of this cartoon, and something to do. It wasn't card captors, and not what's it about? Oh, Sailor Moon. That's it. I love Sailor Moon. What's it about? Are you talking about Pokemon or Sailor Moon? Oh, sorry. Yeah. I love Sailor Moon. It was. I've seen it on YouTube or try to find it on YouTube. It's very very hard to find ones that aren't doing like the other translations, and I love finding out how anime was so very inappropriate before they send it over here, or at least I would not have seen it in my show. So, or seeing the version I got. Oh yeah, that's for sure. But then again, I I don't really know what to say. I don't like censorship, but there are times where I'd say, well, maybe we have censors for a reason. Eh, oh yes, definitely. No, I think part of it is all the rights and copyrights. All I could say is, damn copyrights. They have no reason to be other than to annoy people who know what they're doing. And oh well. Yeah, but then okay. I'll have to keep that. I'll have to write the name. I'll have to write that down too. So I've thought about going on and finding some more anime. So, uh, it's Baka, and I think I have time for. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, so what else? I'm thinking about having another Google Hangout, probably maybe Monday. This next coming Monday. I think it's Monday, September 1st. Or no, sorry, 25th. I swear. I even have a calendar right here in front of me, and somehow my brain thinks 2 weeks in advance to everything. Okay. Okay. I will definitely do that. I'll try to schedule it for next for in advance, and hopefully it'll go out to everybody because I didn't expect. I was hope. I'm happy that you came. Very happy. This has been awesome. Uh, and thank you for coming. Hey, you can ask more questions and okay. All right. I gave you that time. Think there's I think there's a way you can schedule it for like some time, some other time. But yeah, I'll try to make it for Monday. I think at well probably the same time, 8:15. I'll let you guys know the exact time. I okay. And probably 2 days. I'll make it 3 days in advance so you guys know. Friday. That you'll know. Anyways, keep it frosty.